Virgo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early November 2023. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Virgos. I hope you're all doing fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guides and spirit team, talk to me. What do we got for these Virgos here? As we're in early Scorpio season. And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card, and we'll get into the full reading itself. And at the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean in on, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Virgo. My guides and spirit team, talk to me. What's happening with my friends in early November? Almost, a card almost popped out. For those of you new here, I only read jumpers. There it is. Okay. Someone had this last week. It's been showing up sporadically for others, and you see Little Red Riding Hood and the Big Wolf here. So this is a big card of focus, that's for sure. And it's not ringing full-on alarm bells just yet, but there you might be under someone's microscope when this happens, right? We don't have to get all nervous about it. It is what it is. We'll go through that a little more in depth in a moment. Before we do, though, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the November subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. Also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about it. So we all know about this little fairy tale here. We have the walking path. Red Riding Hood is chilling right there with the big bad wolf. Now, initially, when we see imagery like this, it's like, warning, 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 watch out, danger, danger, danger. I'm not really getting that vibe, and I usually don't with this card. To me, it's more about focus. Now, of course, it could speak about things that are lurking a little bit. Okay, we don't want to just completely put that out there. But to me, this is more about you being under someone's microscope or someone being under yours. So there might be a situation, a person, a task, a job, something that's taking up a big share of your mental focus and attention here. Now, it might show up within the reading itself, like maybe Spirit wants you to keep focusing on something or split that focus up. That's a big possibility. But some of you might just need to hear that maybe someone's keeping tabs on you in some sort of way, right? So whether that is in a work sense, in a romantic sense, you would know how it feels to you. There is tab keeping here. So I'm not getting major red flags just yet. We'll see. Let's get into tarot. And I always say the first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 cards in the upright. Then we'll get into the intuitive juiciness. Trust me, I'll let you know if I'm picking up red flags and warnings. I promise you that. Let's see what's happening with the lovely Virgos. And while we get this going, getting the deck ready, we'll talk about last week's reading. It was intriguing, my friends. It was titled A Hidden Problem. Okay, now the main vibe I was picking up was like, yeah, there was something going on, or a situation where you might not have all the full facts, or someone having a problem, didn't have to be you, where they're not really sharing it or putting it out there. Like it's a problem that hasn't been fully solved yet, and it's not made known. So we're going to see if that starts to pop out this week as well. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, right? Because we could be seeing your vibe or someone you're linked to. Let's get these 3 cards started. What's happening with my Virgos, please? Guides and spirit team, thank you. Okay, we got the Wheel of Fortune in position number 1. Talk about powerful. Luck might be swinging onto your side, my friends. I love the wheel. It's one of my favorite cards. Let's get it set right there. Let's get a couple more out here. I don't want to get too carried away. You might want to play your lucky numbers. Okay, we got the Devil. Okay, something could be up in the air. That's initial. I'm already getting intuitive vibes where like something might be up in the air. It could either go this way or that way. It's like a tale of extremes. Let's get one more. That Devil's a little concerning, I'll be honest with you. All right, we have the 7 of Cups, but I think that's something you would already know, right? If there's something you're thinking about, something you're deciding on, like you're looking at both sides, or somebody could be weighing positives and negatives here with that 7 of Cups on the back end. So I'm already getting a lot of stuff here, Virgo. Let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes, and we'll get down to the juicy intuitive stuff. So at first glance, I look down here. It's like a bit of a mixed bag, and I do get some possible weighing situation or decision making, but we have 2 extremely powerful major arcana that could be vying for the energy. And we got the 7 of Cups on the back end, which is very dreamy, very thought-based. Someone is in their head here. Okay, someone is in their head when I have this layout. And if it's already giving me intuitive messages and feelings, like someone is like really, really thinking something into the ground. So let's go through one by one, because there's good possibility here too. Yes, there could be possible warnings, but there's good things that could be had. Position number one, the Wheel of Fortune. Let's talk about it. So first and foremost, I always say this is Jupiter type of energy, which is lucky type of energy. It's guardian angel. So when I see this, I think of like, it's the 4-leaf clover of the tarot deck. Something could be swinging in your favor, or something could go way better than you anticipate or think. The Wheel of Fortune could also represent a lot of other things aside from the angelic vibes I'm already speaking about. It's karmic. It represents the cycles of life, the beginnings, the endings. So maybe you're looking back on certain cycles you've been through. It's a big possibility. But the thing with the wheel, it could also represent sudden change or things moving or shifting very quickly. So we're really going to want to clarify this to see whether it's karmic, whether it's something really, really good coming your way, or things just shifting in a very quick manner, right? So it kind of counterbalances this devil energy, I'll be honest with you. Like, it really does feel like that to me. So there is a counterbalance where you might be looking at a situation or looking at something and you see it for what it is, the good, the bad, the indifferent, it's all here. And like, let's keep moving. Position number two, we have the devil here. You might have had the devil last week as well, now that I think about it, and it's still showing up. So if that's the case, this energy is still here. Now it could represent a Capricorn that you're connected to. And this is a very in-depth card. Now it can represent material attachments, like possessions, how you treat money and treat material assets and stuff like that. There could be a big link to that when we have the devil. If you're not linked to the Capricorn, this could be anything that's been sticking around for a long time. To me, the devil is a very long-lasting attachment type of energy, and it might not be super healthy. Could represent problems and tough situations and issues, absolutely, in its toughest sense. And I know there's a lot of scary words linked to the devil card. It could represent obsessions. It could represent jealousy. It could represent toxicity between two individuals. It's something that isn't the healthiest, but there's a counterbalance happening here with the Wheel of Fortune and this devil, where you might be looking at something. It's like, okay, well, I see this. Like, I know what this is, but there's also this. It's like the weighing of things. So we're going to really want to clarify all that. That's for sure. So the devil, it doesn't always have to be worst case scenario. Like I said, it could easily just be an attachment, an energy that's just difficult to shake and work through. On the back end, we have the 7 of Cups. Very thought-based. So this could represent paths and could represent options. So a lot of you could have a lot of different options and paths coming out. Might be planning your future in one way or another, looking into the future. Okay, well, if I go this way, how's it going to shake out? If I go that way, how's it going to shake out? There's possible unknowns here, which I was picking up last week as well, like hidden, unknown. Like, there's a lot of weighing of scales here when I see this energy. Aside from options and paths and choices, this is a very daydreamy type of card. There's emotional attachment here. So you might be on someone's mind, maybe someone's on your mind, or a situation. Like I said, I'm getting this constant weighing of the energy, where it's like, okay, I see this, but I also see that. It's like you're seeing it fully for what it is. So I really need to dive deeper on all of it. So let's do that, Virgo. Let's jump in and clarify. All right, let's get a good shuffle. And my friends, like I said, if that's not your energy, this could be someone you're linked to. They could be in this headspace, right? So let's see what's happening. And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that wheel. What's happening? And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Virgo, you can drop it right down in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, Wheel of Fortune time. What's happening? Why is that wheel here for Virgo? Thank you. Queen of Wands. All right, so you might know that something might be better than it seems. There's a little bit of a lacking of confidence attached to it, though. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse. So I would say, obviously, in this time, please watch out with fire signs. You might be having some difficulties with fire signs in this time. But aside from that, she is a card of self-confidence, or how someone feels. So if you've been going through any major life changes, whether they're internal, external, changes in situation, the fact that she shows up in reverse, that's an unsure type of energy I'm picking up here. Now, I still feel that there is luck on your side. There could be winds coming your way, even if you don't think it's going to turn out good. There's this energy here that something or a situation could turn out better than you think or expect. And with the Queen of Wands in reverse, even though I'm telling you that, you might not believe it. You might be like, yeah, well, I'll believe it when I see it type of energy. But I'm still picking up the vibe. I'm still picking up the energy. But once again, whatever changes you've been going through, whether they've been sudden, fast, out of nowhere, unexpected, all that stuff, it might have you doubting yourself or doubting the situation. There's like a lack of confidence in it. So I don't want to muddy up the message too much. Yeah, I still want to get to the Devil and the Seven of Cups because we might get a resolution here, but I'm getting some doubt in the front end. I'll just leave it at that. So let's keep moving. We could still be seeing karmic energy as well, right? So whatever these changes are, these powerful, important changes, it could really have somebody feeling like they're on shaky ground, very unsure, okay? So I could see that for some Virgos in this time, just feeling unsure. So let's see why the Devil's here. Why is the Devil in the mix? Thank you. Magician. All right, trying to keep something under control. So whatever it is, whatever there is that in your life that you see as this Devil energy, right? I gave a whole list and everyone has this energy floating around somewhere. You might feel like you can control it or you can work with it. And that's the vibe I'm picking up here, Virgo. It's like, okay, well, I see that for what it is. I know what it is. And you know what? I think I could work with that. I think that's manageable. I think I could keep it in check. If you think you could keep this energy in check, I believe you, right? Because this Magician is in the upright, and this is a card, yes, it's about manifesting, of course. It's about creation, but a big aspect of this card is control, keeping things under control. And I see it here trying to rein this Devil in. So for some of you, maybe it's your mind, right? Maybe there's something you're thinking about nonstop and you're trying to rein it in. Maybe there's a situation you feel like you could keep it reined in. That's just what I'm picking up here, Virgo. It's interesting. Normally when Devil energy shows up, people are normally either like running away from it or crippled by it. For you this week, whatever this Devil represents to you, you might feel like you could work with it. Like, yeah, you know what? I could work with that. I can make it work, or I could fix that. Like, that's problem solver type of energy. But I'm still picking it up here. You might be dealing with some tough changes and situations happening here. That's a possibility. But whereas this energy is like a little unsure, this one's like, all right, well, I can make it happen. I can work with it. So maybe that is something you're bouncing back and forth from within yourself. Like, I could do it. Maybe I can't. I could do it. Maybe it's too much. So let's see what's happening with that Seven of Cups. I don't want to stay lingering there too long, but I like the gusto, right? A lot of you know I have a lot of fire sign placements in my chart, and this feels very fire sign like to me. It's like, okay, well, I'll go head to head with that Devil energy. Like, I will control it. I will say this, for some of you, you might need a spiritual cleansing. That just popped in as well. Not just within yourself, but in your space, in your household. Crystals like sage, palo santo, whatever it might be, even holy water. You might really need to cleanse your space, all right? So a lot of you might need to. If there's been tough things you've been going through, your energy's heavy or your space is heavy, please cleanse, protect. Spiritual protection is necessary. So let's see why that Seven of Cups is here. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow card. So why is that Seven of Cups in the mix? Thank you. Okay. Ace of Wands in reverse. This does not feel bad to me. Normally the Ace of Wands in reverse, to me, that would be the energy of, like, once again, similar to this Queen of Wands, like, yeah, losing a spark or losing faith in some. That's not how it feels to me. There might be a big thing calming down, whatever. Like, I do still feel a lot of you could either be going through a serious situation or a very tough situation, and it feels like it all the way through, but it might start to mellow out. So you know how sometimes in certain tough situations or problems, things spike, they reach a fever pitch, and then they mellow out? That's what this feels like on the back end. It's like, all right, well, I'm going to wait for things to mellow out, then I'll address it. And that might be the best way to go. So if you're going through problems, tough situations, tough problems, whatever it might be, Spirit could be saying like, okay, let things mellow out a little bit and then you can address it. Then you could tackle this devil energy. Then you could tackle these changes, whatever it might be. Don't try to tackle it while it's at a fever pitch. All right, don't go at it when it's like fresh. Don't go at it when emotions are raging and fired up. But once again, a lot of these energies are energies that I feel like you know already, that you might be feeling already and know about. So that feels okay to me. But once again, it is showing that there could be like a tough situation or a problem somebody's dealing with. But I feel it being handled. Like, I don't feel you doing nothing about it. Let's go through and do a quick recap here. Then we'll do the shadow card, which should be interesting as well. But if you kindly look in the box, Virgo, position number 1, I would say this is one of the more entertaining readings I've done this week, okay? If you're going through tough things, I'm not saying it's funny. But position number 1, it's just the energy is so unique. We have the Wheel of Fortune with the Queen of Wands in reverse. I did say that, yeah, there could be a lot of sudden changes happening, a lot of things shifting and moving, and it could have you feeling like you're on shaky ground, like, oh, what's happening? What the heck's going on? There could be the karmic wheels at play, but I did say something could turn out way better than you think it will. And you might be like, yeah, I'll see it when it happens. I'll believe it when I see it. Moving to the center, we have the Devil with the Magician in the upright. I did speak about spiritual cleansing or energetic cleansing. Please take that seriously and do it, because that message doesn't always come through for everyone. But whatever this devil energy is, whether it is a situation, whether it's a person, whether it's a thought process, whether it's a habit, this energy is like, okay, I could keep it in check. Like, I could work with this energy. Yeah, I know it is what it is. I know that energy and I've already identified it, but I know I can keep it under control, or I could work with this, all right? And I'm not going to tell you can. If you believe you can, I believe you. Moving on the back end, we have the 7 of Cups with the Ace of Wands in reverse. So whatever tough situations or problems you might be dealing with, Spirit could be saying, wait till things mellow out a little bit. Don't go at anything or try to fix it when things are at a fever pitch or like breakneck speeds. Wait till things mellow out. Then you might really be able to control whatever problems and situations you're dealing with. All right, but there are options to be had. Like, this feels okay to me, right? Even though we have some warnings here, please take a screenshot if you want to look into that further. Let's get you a shadow card, Virgo. What's in the shadows here for my Virgos, please? My gods. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end, just to see whether it's something within you, something you don't quite see, right? It doesn't always have to be a challenge. So what's in the shadows for Virgo? Oh, and yes, if you've made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I just added a new member tier. It's only a couple bucks, so if you'd like to go check that out so people could get the zodiac emojis and the membership badge. So let's see what's happening. No pressure. Just gotta mention it. Let's see what's in the shadows for Virgo. Thank you. 5 of Pentacles, a little lonesome feelings here, huh? 5 of Pentacles could be Spirit asking you to like audit your financial situation, audit your budget when this shows up as a shadow card. And I generally know a lot of Virgos are very good when it comes to spending, budgeting, and keeping everything just so. But Spirit could be saying like, hey, there might be something you're not quite seeing, or just go over it another time. There's certain financial things. But aside from that, the 5 of Pentacles could be someone feeling like isolated, lonely, hermit mode. So for some of you, you might be in that time right now where you're retreated, pulled back. Hopefully this isn't abandonment issues here, but I do feel for a lot of you, there's a sense of solitude around you that's in the shadows. But check out the financials as well. I feel like that's a big thing Spirit could be pointing at for a lot of you. So yeah, Virgo, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet. I'm going to give you the details. The November subscriber surprise. If you got your name in for the October subscriber surprise, the winners will be in the community tab after this week's fire and air readings. But for November, we're bringing back winner's choice. 2 lucky subscribers will get to pick a deck of their choosing up to $40 US. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the zodiac signs, which one do you think is the most fun? Which one do you have the most fun with? And yeah, after that, you'll be entered to win. And at the end of November, I'll pick the winners at random as usual. My friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.